Hi everyone, it's Athena. All right, Zeus is here. Can you see him? um, all right, let's do weekly elements August 20th to the 26th. Okay, let's get started. I hope you guys are having a great time. Oh my God. Everyone, all kids are back to school. Thank God. It's all good. Not much more left to summer, but enjoy it. Next week, I'm not going to be doing the readings because I'll be traveling. And September's readings will be in a destination TBD. It's gonna be great. Okay, what else was I gonna say? Thank you, time stampers. You guys, I am so humbly grateful to all of the time stampers. Thank you. I also am humbly grateful, and no words can express the gratitude that I have for all my viewers and subscribers. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. We'll start with fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for the week. Childhood self, right? Childhood self. Beautiful. Present self and future self. Okay, so beautiful. Okay, so we got the Magician upright, beautiful. Childhood self, just knowing that you've come into this world with all of the tools necessary to manifest, gosh, anything you want. It's really beautiful. Okay, present self is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is beautiful. All right, so right now, like I said, I should say the child self is knowing, it's not saying, it's knowing that you have come into this world as the child that has it all. Talents, the world is your oyster, basically, okay? So you have all the tools that you need, and you know it, because that's how we come into this life. We come in with all the tools, knowing that you can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. You are now able to make your own story, right? So it's a beautiful thing to have this very confident knowing. It's how we all come into this world. I love it. Really love it. So presently, what is reversed here with the Queen of Pentacles is basically that you're devaluing yourself. So you don't feel like you can have it all, do it all, because your higher self is saying you can, but you're not believing in yourself, and you're devaluing yourself now you're imbalanced. Okay, so hear me out. Here you come in with, oh my God, I can do whatever I want. I'm writing my own story. My path is, the sky's the limit. And then as you've progressed in life, you've had some hits, be it financial, be it just, not believing in yourself, jobs that you wanted, a job that you want that may not come through or may not be exactly what you're looking for. It is external to you only because I'm feeling it, that this is why you're feeling an imbalance, because you have contradiction here. You have, oh my God, I can have it all, and here you're like, I don't think I can do it. I'm not good enough, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough, which is basically your value. So that your higher self is saying, come on, you just need to balance this out. If you balance these contradictory belief systems, you will then be able to reach your goal. Okay? All right, so let's get some clarification on this imbalance that the fire signs are feeling about, where you're headed. What kind of, what's happening? Okay? All right, so we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's the Knight, which is, kind of like still in a immature feeling or thought. It's not really thought, it's a feeling. Okay, and then, of course, abundance. Hello, abundance. It's the Palace of Coins, which is where the money goes. Okay, where the money is, which isn't money, it's value. It's your value. So here we have, in your childhood self, the cups are reversed because you know that you can really, what you want is the cup, right? And we're talking about emotionally, what you want is to be stable and to be confident. And these other feelings of not good enough has, you come in like this, feeling really confident and secure, and then your clarifier is in the past, you've exhausted, that was the word I was looking for. You've exhausted all these cups, and they're not what you're looking for. They're not part of your story, so therefore they're gone. So you've literally washed away what does not need to be part of your life right now, part of your story. So your childhood self is telling you, now that you've washed that away, you can move forward. And this is exactly being overwhelmed emotionally because you're thinking and feeling, more so feeling that I'm feeling like I don't know how to proceed in my life because I'm emotionally drained, which is this. You're emotionally drained from stuff that you've been going through that, you don't believe in yourself enough. You don't believe in yourself, so you're, like I said in the beginning, you're devaluing yourself. Yourself is important not to do that. So now you have an imbalance and your cups are all upside down because you've already been through, this feeling of exhaustion and emotional exhaustion is what I want to say. Okay? So your higher self now is telling you, okay, listen up. If you can balance this contradiction, if you can balance that, look at the abundance that you're going to get. Come on, fire signs. Come on. Don't worry about a thing. A lot of this has to do with worry. Am I good enough? How am I going to achieve this? Where do I start? Okay? All right. So you can have it all. It's right here. You can have it all if you can just balance everything out, right? We don't want to go to the extreme belief that you're not good enough, and that's, your thoughts are matter. We've spoken about this before. Thoughts become things. So it's all about the way you're thinking. It's all about the way you're feeling. If you feel good about yourself and you can, just let go and let God here. Seriously, let go and let God. Value yourself more. Your worth is not just dependent upon money. Your worth is dependent upon your emotional happiness. Don't just go for something because it's going to financially be abundant. You've got to balance out what your heart is saying. Your heart is saying, okay, first of all, don't put yourself down, and balance these feelings out, so you're not at one extreme to, you're not two extremes. So this needs balance, and that balance will bring you emotional stability, and then these two cards will be upright, at which time you will proceed with great passion, really emotional stability, more so. An emotional, stable acceptance of yourself, of who you are. Okay? I mean, it's really beautiful, guys. You just have to, this week just calls for some balance, emotional stability, balancing out and becoming this I was going to say musician. Oh my God, some of you guys are musicians. Balancing out the fact that you can have it all. I mean, you have to believe it, though. You got to believe. If you don't believe, you're just, and if you don't believe to the point, really, if you don't believe this to the point where it's causing you this imbalance, then you got to go back to the drawing board, okay, and see where this lies. See where it lies, because, this is huge abundance. Huge abundance is all yours for the taking. You just got to figure it out. Okay? All right. One card from the Ascended Masters. So there you have it. There's going to be positive change. Okay, so maybe, and I'm going to take the bottom of the deck. I was told to look at it. So there it is. More abundance from Mother Nature. Understand the laws of the universe. When you go outside and you meditate and you see the abundance that the universe provides us, how could you not be anything else but happy, emotionally stable? Positive thoughts bring positive results, okay? I mean, that's it. So stay positive in your own mindset so that these things can manifest. I mean, it's really a good reading. So, there's a little instability this week, but it's all going to pan out, because the positive change came out, as well as going into nature. I mean, what more healing than Mother Nature? All right, fire signs. What's next? Air signs. Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, week of the 20th of August. Yeah, it's really good. Mother Nature is healing on so many levels that people don't understand. If you just go outside a little and be still, you'll also get some guidance. Everybody, that goes for everyone, not just, it's universal. It's the universal, it's the way of the world. All right, let's go. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I am using, for those of you who still ask, the Tarot of Dream deck, okay? All right, childhood self. Childhood self. There, 2 cards came out for the your present, okay? Present self. And your higher self. Okay, we're definitely going to need to clarify. All right, so here's the deal. I see exactly what the story is. All right, childhood self, 9 of Wands. Being wounded, looking at your past and knowing that some of the wounds that you're still carrying are from childhood, without question. Needing to heal these wounds also. You can't move forward until you heal these wounds. It came up. So let's just see what the clarifying card for that is. Okay. And presently, okay, air signs, here you guys are back in your head and needing faith. All right. the thing to do is stay out of your thoughts, and and just talk to the universe, talk to God, meditate, pray. Okay? Get out of your head and pray. Get into your head and pray, right? And then the higher self is saying, okay, where's the love? Where's the love that I want to give to you? Okay? Look, this is like enormous peace, contentment, and love. And it's reversed. Why? Because air signs, you haven't healed from these wounds. All these wands are wounds from your past. You need to get over this. You need to get through this. And no, I'm not saying that as in a degrading way. I'm saying it because I'm an air sign, so I'm going to tell you, this is for real. These wounds from childhood have to be healed, and then you will have the completeness, love of self that is being offered from the universe. But you have to heal in order to love yourself. So the universe is saying, and that's why this card came out, get out of your head. Your thoughts need to only be prayers. Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's get clarifiers for these. Okay, so, gosh, this couldn't be more on spot on is what I wanted to say. Look, so here we go. So what happened? We haven't healed. So now as a child, the things that happened made us feel less than, right? So we have, this is the 4 of coins. Now, okay, let's just say you start with 10 coins, right? And right away, you're in this moment of not healing these 9 wands. Therefore, you degraded yourself, not in a bad way. You devalued yourself. Sorry, my bad. You devalued yourself down 6 coins because of these wounds not healing. Do you understand? Mathematically speaking. All right, so basically, you're still needing to heal because from all of this in childhood, which led you to what? Not loving yourself, not even like what? Not even half. All right, you got me? So that really puts a damper on, this puts a damper on your life. If this cannot be, it all stems, that's why I'm doing these readings, these childhood, present, and higher self, because the issues really do stem from childhood, okay? And these are the things that we need to keep working on. We still need to work on these wounds, it doesn't matter in terms of numbers. I'm just explaining to you how you have extracted so much love in your heart because of these wounds. You have lost so much of yourself. You need to get yourself back. Okay, so look. Now we have the Moon card, which, hello. So this is enlightening you to see that the universe, I'm going to say, is enlightening you to understand the yin and yang of the way the universe works. Okay? All you need to do is pray. Get out of those thoughts that are self-sabotaging your happiness and enlighten yourself to the understanding that once you heal your wounds and pray for strength and peace and happiness, and understand that once these two, the yin and the yang, merge as one, understand that enlightenment comes when you merge the two. So really and truly, here is, this is the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. Okay? However you want to look at it, it's needing to merge together so that you can understand the concept of thoughts being matter and staying positive and praying for that strength. Because the wounds are still there. Okay. And so your higher self is saying, okay, listen. In love, in order for you to love yourself, you need to trust who you are, who you've become, and what you've learned. You are not to deceive yourself any longer in love. You need to trust. This is all about trust. Not only do you need, because of this, because of all this, right? You have come out to not loving yourself and not trusting anybody. So you've been self-sabotaging potentially really good love for yourself. Trust and have faith. Trust and have faith that the merging of the yin and the yang is going to be your saving grace. And how do you do that? You pray. You meditate. Okay? You ask for guidance. That's what prayer is. Prayer is asking for guidance. Meditation is receiving the guidance. I'm being asked to look at the bottom of this deck. There you go. And then you will obtain the complete balance that you need in your life, the yin and the yang. That's why they told me to look. See? The yin and the yang will then be balanced, at which time you've asked for help from the universe. You're asking help from the divine, from God, and you're now going to balance yourself out, and this you will then have trust and understand how much you do. The love that you have within is just so overwhelmingly amazing once you trust in the universe. Trust in the universe means trusting in yourself. Okay, that was great. What's really great is when we listen to our intuition as intuitive psychic mediums that we are. Look, and their next card is victory. Come on. It doesn't get any better than that, right? It's so much fun. It's fun to have that communication with the universe and to have the clarity and understanding, okay? All right, air signs. Look, the power of joy. Hello. All right, and then, so that's all that's being asked. Lick your wounds so that you can love yourself as whole and not just as half, not even half. You're at 40%, okay? So learn to love yourself by healing all of the past, the lies and the deception. Let all that wash out. Let it go. This is a new day. What happened has happened. You can't bring the past back, but you can, by prayer, through meditation and prayer, you can change your future, right? That's the beauty of life. You have that ability to trust that once you pray, the universe will hear you and guide you into a more loving self that that you're not giving your yin and your yang isn't merged. They're off kilter. So you need to trust. And by doing that, you're showing the universe that you want help. Okay, one card for Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. There you go. And be persistent. Be persistent in knowing that through prayer, meditation, this is your third eye, that's why I'm pointing, when you become enlightened through prayer, your yin and your yang, the yin and yang, it sounds like a foreign objects, the yin and the yang, but it's will then balance yourself out. Okay? So be persistent in knowing that by asking for help, you're going to get it. And then you're going to have amazing self-love and happiness. And here, and I'll look at the bottom here, abundance. Abundance means loving yourself. Here it is, right here. Okay? Going out into Mother Nature and really, really meditating and focusing on getting healed completely. And the healing process is like, I mean, it's a long haul. Becoming enlightened, and it sounds for some, they don't get it. You know what I mean? For those of you that are watching, that are on a spiritual journey and are working on yourselves, you will get it. You will understand that licking your wounds takes a long time to heal. And by asking for guidance and power and strength to do this and to finish that and finding that love within yourself as a whole, then you become whole. That the yin and the yang merge, right? And then you're whole. And once you become whole, you can attract that's which you are. You will then attract someone who has worked on themselves and done their work and become whole. That's what you want. Otherwise, you're just attracting people who are not on your same vibration. Therefore, they're needy and needing you to make them feel better. But you don't want that, because that would be just filling a void. And that's what happens to so many. They go out with people just to fill a void because they're so they're wounded themselves. And if you don't do your work, the work on yourself, you're gonna get the same old, different day. Okay? So you gotta really work on yourself. All right, let's go water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, week of the 20th of August. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I mean, that's just the way the universe works, okay? And air signs, when you get done healing and being completely healed and whole, I mean, a whole different person emerges, right? It's like the butterfly. You become the butterfly, okay? But the journey is very difficult. Nothing worth becoming is easy. The easy stuff is, the instant gratification. Okay. All right, I'm ranting. All right, let's go. Water signs, let me focus. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, week of August 20th. One more shuffle. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Once you understand that no one is filling a void, I mean, it's like, oh my God, it's like you just get it. You just get it. And then you're never the same. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Childhood self, present self, childhood. Wow, that's kind of funny, right? Six of Cups, childhood self. Present self, Chariot reversed, and higher self, the Nine of Pentacles. All right. Childhood self is in reverse. Six of Cups are reversed. Is reversed. And why is it reversed? Because there's some unfinished business. Unfinished emotional stability. This looks like the common denominator for every sign this week is kind of getting back your emotional stability. The Chariot in reverse is presently you can't move forward in your life because of this emotional instability. And Therefore, your higher self is saying, look at how abundant and beautiful and peaceful that you can be. All you have to do is become more stable. All right, how do we do that? Well, we're going to see how you should do that, how you should move forward. But you're not moving forward now because you're carrying a lot of, you're just overwhelmed. You're just carrying a lot. You're carrying a lot from your childhood. I'm not seeing anything else right now. We don't know what that is. So let me clarify. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm going to reshuffle that. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There we go. Yeah. It's your thoughts and belief systems. That's what it is. Yeah, totally. All right, so that's what it is. You are carrying so much burden, emotionally draining you because of the way you think. It's the programming that you grew up with. Okay, water signs, you grew up with this very structured belief system. It has to be this way, and this is the way it is. It's one of those. And your present self is the Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Chariot. So what do we have here? The fire signs had this as well, okay? It's about not valuing yourself enough, and you can't move forward because of it. So in every aspect, right? So these thoughts have triggered these emotionally overwhelming thoughts of belief systems that you grew up with are inhibiting your ability to move forward and be abundantly you and be your best self. It's just putting a hold on you. And of course, why can't you look like this? Because you're in your head. And you haven't given your higher self, this is really important. Water signs, listen up. You haven't given yourself enough time to rest and really think about it. To rest, look, what's in the middle? What is this telling you guys? Come on, look. Your two cards to the left and to the right of me are your thoughts. You have not given yourself time to reprogram the thoughts and belief systems that you grew up with in childhood. Therefore, it is inhibiting your progress. And your progress could be amazingly abundant and beautiful, but you're inhibiting it. It's like it's got a hold of you. It's got a hold of you. And you need to take this time. You're tired. This is emotional overload. And you're coming to a place in your life where you've got to deal with this because it's restricting you in every way. So it is your choice how you're going to proceed. Yeah. You do have this choice. Life gives us choices. So you need to, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, I heard. There you go. It's trust. You have no trust because this became your reality. What became your reality were thoughts and behavior patterns, belief systems that you thought you could keep going, in life. It's about trusting yourself. It's not about anyone else. This is about you. You need to have complete trust in the universe and get out of these thought patterns. You need to extract those thoughts and really, really assess what's not working for you guys. You know, because you can't move forward. And so therefore everything, you know, it's like the domino effect in this. When you have this one thought and it just dominoes into like everything, every aspect of your life. When you can't trust yourself to move out of this particular beliefs. These are things that you grew up with, you know, your parents, your teachers, whoever. You know, any kind of deceit, any kind of deception as a child, any kind of trust issues as a child needs to be addressed. It's right here. So you need to get that will allow, once you figure that out, you will be able to move forward. All right, water sign. So this is going to require you heal. Okay, you heal from this. And you've got, this is, you know, listening to too many others and not listening to yourself. That's what I heard. Listening to others and not to yourself. Listen to what yourself is saying. You guys are highly intuitive. Okay? All right. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, here we go. And then you'll have positive change. Parvati has come out for 2 signs already. And so when you are able to take time out and really assess when you were a child, what your parents and what happened and what drove you, what is the driving, that's what I hear. What is the driving factor that emotionally took you over the edge as a child? It doesn't need to be one thing, because obviously there's seven swords here. So those are thoughts, ideas, patterns of behavior that you have held on to. And so you need to figure it out. You need to go back to the drawing board. You need to see what's not working, because it's not working. And in order for it to work and be abundant, look at how beautiful, to bring yourself back to abundance and self-love, valuing who you are, is going to require you to move out of those thoughts and beliefs of who you are and what you thought was working and what isn't working and what hasn't worked, so that you can move forward with positive change. Okay? All right. Wow. That was intense. All right. Let's move forward and do our earth signs. They're not always that deep. I feel that because these readings are done from your childhood self, sometimes, you know, I should say, a lot of the times, what we're dealing with from childhood is deep. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is deep. The wounds, the lies, the deception, all that stuff that, you know, your teachers told you. And I'm not knocking teachers. It's just a belief system. Understand, it's not teachers, it's not parents, we're not pointing fingers here. But what we are saying is that what was working, or what you thought was working in the past, again, a universal message. What you think worked in the past doesn't necessarily work now. Things are changing, all right? The new world, the revolution is upon us. We need to change our thoughts. Look at any of all the you know, all of the things online that you see, right? All of those things that you see now about what you believed, you know, people were doing or people were saying, you know, I'm just saying on social media, right? You look at the way that right now everything is changing. The thought processes need to change because we have been enlightened. The new world, this revolution is becoming and allowing us to become enlightened and not to be in the dark anymore. So when you're in the dark, it was that's the stuff from childhood that needs to get cleaned out. It needs like a whole new reprogramming. And that's what the process is all about. It's reprogramming all that clutter and that negativity and that old stuff that people grew up thinking. And now we're looking at social media and we're enlightened by how the political front has put blinders on us, how the religious, certain factors in religion have blinded most people. And so that's what I'm trying to say. So now when your eyes are open and not shut, you see life differently. And so seeing life differently requires you to be different, to learn to understand. And now that with enlightenment, you can't go back. You can't go back to those thoughts and beliefs. You have to change your whole persona. That just changes you. It's not even like you try to change it. It just happens. Because once you see all of the madness that's going on in social media and all the craziness, the music business, all of that happening is allowing us to open our eyes to a whole new world, a whole new life, and just to see the light and become who we're meant to be. Okay? All right. Had to rant on that one because a lot of us are going through a rough time, especially after all these, again, planetary aspects always affect. Always. There's no exception to the rule. All right, let's focus on Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Week of the 20th of August, Virgo, Cap, Taurus. And it's the same thing as the yin and the yang, It's like once we get it, you can never be the same. You just become someone new and improved. And that's what we're doing. Our higher self is giving us guidance to do that with. And that's why I love this format, because that's what we all need. Okay. I'm taking 2 here because I felt it. All right. And needed to see it. All right. So the Ace of Wands is in reversed, childhood self. Present self is the 5 of Swords reversed with the Knight of Wands. Okay? And your higher self is the Page of Coins. Okay, so earth signs. Not as a child, not thinking, not believing that you had enough passion to do what you wanted to do in your life. Someone might have, like, I'm going to say it, taken your light away. You came in to the world like this. Oh my God, shining bright, knowing you have great passion and great talents. Okay? And when it's reversed, well, through the process of childhood, someone was trying to dim your light, to dim your light to the point where you didn't believe in yourself anymore as a child. And so now you like said, you know, forget that. Here's how I really believe. This is what I believe. No more outside influences. I am going to take myself on an inner journey, and this journey is going to bring me, and is now beginning to the early stages, I should say, of bringing this passion back into my life. Okay? I'm no longer going to be dimmed by no one. I'm going to shine my light bright, and I'm going to stay positive in my mind, and I'm not going to allow all these negative thoughts to take away my light. This is good. And your higher self is saying, yeah, you can do it. It's going to, it's a process. You're going to find, your higher self is saying, you're going to find you again. And this is becoming the child again. It kind of just reversed itself. Do you understand? So here's your coming into the world, all right, being that passionate you, knowing that you have major gifts and talents that you're going to use. And then during the course of time, not a lot of time, right? Childhood, people were telling you, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's not going to work. That probably won't work. And so at this point in time, you're saying, I'm not listening to my childhood self. Those thoughts, those things that I believed are no longer affecting me. You know why? Because I'm going to move forward. I'm going to leave these negative thoughts that people told me when I was young or in childhood. People told me, you can't do that. You're not gonna make anything out of yourself. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's a crazy thought. Don't do that. Well, now you're becoming that child again. You're bringing yourself back to the beginning. It's beautiful. Wow. You're bringing yourself back to the beginning of time, where the time that your higher self evolves into a child, so that all of those thoughts of what people were telling you and dimming your light, now you're saying, I've healed, I got this, I now am back to childhood, and now no one can tell me anything. No one is going to try to manipulate me at all. So you've come full circle. You're now that innocent child. Your higher self says, this is the week to become that innocent child, starting all over again. Wow, how beautiful. All right, let's get clarifiers. Yep, that's exactly what it was. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Okay, so this is all the people. Take heed, earth signs. All the people that said, you can't do that. Look at it. You can't do that. You're not going to make anything out of yourself. Who do you think you are? So this was like an internal fight, right? An internal fight within yourself. Hearing others talk about it made you internally uncomfortable to the point where you started believing it, right? You started believing it. But now you're having no part of it, okay? So you're saying no to all these thoughts. You're walking, whatever. You're getting away from all that negativity. you're taking it and it's going, letting it go and letting it flow, and bringing passion and shining your light again. Okay? It's a process. It's a process for sure. Okay? You're going to shine your light again and get out of that, those internal thoughts of people telling you that you're no good. And it's going to be a slow process, but look at how strong and abundant you're going to be once you mature into this Ace of Pentacles, right? Then you're ready to say, oh yeah, I'm ready. But right now, you're moving, this is the clarity, which is you're moving into this child self, okay? You're going back to being this child. And it's just moving. You're gonna eventually, once you release, like right now, that's what you're doing. You're moving into this. You're moving into getting rid of all those thoughts of not being able to shine your light. And that's why this is reversed. It's still in the process of your understanding of it. So you're becoming, you're becoming again this innocent child, and it's going to take a little time to do it. Not much. It's just, it just may be this week. It's the Ace. It's reversed. It may be this just 1 week of extracting all this and just letting it go, right? And then moving forward and becoming this. Back again. It's like you clean the whole slate, earth signs. You clean the slate completely of what wasn't working, and now you have completely evolved back into the childhood as your higher self. Really, really cool. Really cool. Your higher self is this innocent, human being who has healed themselves and found, once you go around the circle of life, right, you come back and you're like this. I hope you follow me on this, because it's profound. It is. It's really profound. You move away from all of that, you let it go, and you move forward into a new you. Yeah, that's really, really, it's very cool. You become childlike again. And you've taken all those negative thoughts and behaviors that people, were like when you were growing up, and you just move into this. It's like full circle. You came for full circle. That's great. And you start over. Wonderful. Wow. That's awesome. Earth signs. That's beautiful. You healed yourself. Love it. Love it. Love it. And now you can start all over because the slate is clean. And no one. Oh, wow, look at that. That was like a profound yes. And no one is going to dim your light. That was cool. I got a profound yes on that. Holy crap. All right. Ascended Master, 1 card for the earth signs. All right. So here what you did. What did you do? You saw what wasn't in your highest interest. You saw what others, external forces can do to your mind. You realized what external forces, how much power they have in your thought process, right? So you have now been able to see that. You got it. And that's how you've healed yourself. Because you understand that you had to release all of that in order to be happy. And by releasing, you become that child again. You came full circle. Wow. I am going to look at the bottom of the card, of the Ascended Master cards, because I've been told, yeah, you healed yourself. Hello. That's beautiful. You got it. You guys got it. Wow. All right.